It's a meditation that I have been doing for a couple of weeks now, and it just came intuitively when I was really going through some mass stuff with my house and the cats and the Airbnb not working. That was clearly a sign for me to, okay, we needed to reset some energy and do some very deep clearing. Okay. And I woke up in the morning, I did my practice, and then I naturally went into this meditation. So it was totally guided. And I have shared it already with another private client, and I really want to share it with you.
Okay.
And I think I'm gonna do it even next week because a couple of people wanted to join, but they couldn't tonight.
Okay.
So I'm sure you're familiar with the violet flame. I don't know if Alex is familiar with the violet flame, but either way, it's better that I explain it a little bit, at least how I approach the violet flame. Okay. First, I call it violet. I don't call it purple, because violet is not just a color, it's a frequency, and it's a very high, elevated frequency. And it's a frequency that has the power, in my experience, of course, to transmute energy and modify energy, transform really energy from one frequency that is really not working from us to another frequency that aligns us to so I was explaining a little bit about the violet flame before we go into the meditation. Because tonight we're going to work on the violet flame. As I said, the violet flame is a type of frequency that really transmute energy and equalize all sorts of energy, almost to reduce it, to bring it back to zero and into light. So whatever is in, let's call it darkness, I don't have a better word, even though I don't like it to use it, but whatever is in the darkness or in confusion or in a state of pain get transformed into light, in a state of peace, in a state of love and understanding and compassion. So I use this meditation, so I call the violet flame first to center myself and to clear my own space, and then I use it to spread it and really clear all connections possible, imaginable, not only with the people in this reality, but assuming that there are other realities around us, I clear all that is possible imagining with our mind. So it's very simple, and I usually, when I connect to the violet flame, I imagine to connect to the temple where the violet flame is held. And I don't want to influence you with anything in your mind. I want you to just use your imagination, use your intuition, and create your own space. Because for me is a pyramid with at the center a violet flame, fire. And for you might be something else, or even not a temple at all. It's just, a space into the infinite. It might be even just your heart and your center. So just be free, even though I will guide you and I will say things that they might invite you to think about specific stuff. Just try to use your intuition the most and your imagination. Okay. So let's start. Sorry, I had to turn down. I forgot to turn down my phone. So.
Okay.
So if you're sitting on a chair, please make sure that your feet fully and completely are on the floor. Or even lift your toes slightly up, open your toes, and then lower them again on the floor. This will ground you and will open your chakras under your feet, and it gives immediately the a sense of grounding and centering and strength to your entire system. Your nervous system will respond very strongly to this simple movement. Lift your toes, spread them apart, and lower them again on the floor. Your knees are parallel to one another. They don't need to be together. They can be slightly apart as long as your feet, your knees, and your hips are basically on the same line. And if you're sitting like me with your legs crossed, you can put your hands with your palms facing up on your knees. If you're sitting on a chair, you can either put your hands on your lap with your palms facing up, or you can put your palms down and hold gently your thighs. And take a deep breath in as you close your eyes. And exhale deeply through the mouth. Inhale again through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. One more time, inhale through the nose. And exhale through the mouth. And take a moment to start breathing long and deep with your spine straight, relaxed. Your eyes relaxed. And start to bring your attention down to your sit bones. These two bones at the end of your hips that touch either the floor or the chair beneath you. And you can feel, because if you press on them, you can feel a little bit of a pressure type of pain. It's light. And bring the attention there and breathe long and deep, focusing on the first chakra. And we're gonna start with a grounding meditation before we go into the violet flame invocation. Now, bring your attention, keep your attention to your sit bones area, and imagine as you breathe in, send like a beam of light down from your nose, down to the bottom of your spine, exactly between your sit bones. At each breath, you send more light down to the bottom of your spine, and after a while, you will see this ball of light becoming bigger and bigger because of each and every beam of light that you bring in as you breathe. Like literally take the light from the universe, inhale it together with the oxygen, and you can see this light coming in through your nostrils and going down into your lungs, and then the light goes down into the bottom of your spine, and it's like it's filling up a sphere. Make the sphere big, like about 10 inches, something like that. Make it bright as you breathe. It's shiny. And then from that From the bottom of your spine, you keep the light over there, the sphere of light. Send like a sort of a root full of white light into the earth, toward the center of the earth. And let this root entering the center and the heart of Mother Earth. Gently ask permission to Mother Earth to be connected to her. Ask permission to be nurtured by her. Ask permission to release negative energy. And thank Mother Earth for transforming this energy into creativity, nurturing energy. Energy, supplies. Keep the root shining, connected to the center of the earth. And with your mind, go back to the sphere that you are holding in your first chakra. And now start to change the color of this sphere. Make it a beautiful blue. And start to run this sphere up and down from your first chakra to the center of the earth through the roots. And you see the roots becoming blue, the same blue color of the sphere. And you just see with your breath, as you inhale, you bring the sphere down to the center of the earth. As you exhale, the sphere comes back up. And you keep going, moving the sphere up and down, coloring the roots that connect you to Mother Earth of this beautiful blue. Next time the sphere comes back up, it becomes like a magenta, it's like a red, pure red. And you keep going, moving the sphere up and down, and now the roots become the same red of the sphere. You move red along the roots, connects you to Mother Earth. Next time the sphere arrives to the first chakra, it becomes green. Whatever green you want. Can be a bright green, can be a green like emerald, whatever green you want, and you start to move it again. The sphere up and down, the root becomes the same green. And next time it goes up to the first chakra, becomes yellow. We are clearing the cord that connects to Mother Earth. We're using the frequency of the colors to change the connection and healing the relationship with Mother Earth individually. Move the sphere up and down using the color yellow, whatever yellow you want. And one more color is coming. Next time the sphere is in your first chakra, it becomes like a light blue, almost water color. And move the sphere up and down, and the roots becomes of the same color of the sphere. Now take a deep breath in, bring the sphere back into your first chakra. Take a deep breath in, bring back the sphere to neutral color, whatever color is neutral for you right now, and exhale. Go back with your imagination to the center of the earth. Thank Mother Earth for your support and for allowing the healing and the clearing. And collect the roots back from the center of the earth. Pull the roots back into your first chakra. Now inhale again. Exhale again. And focus on the sphere that you have in the first chakra and see a color. The first color that comes to mind, that's your color right now in this moment. I cannot suggest you anything. I have a color in mind, that's my color. It can be anything. It can be brown, black, silver, gold, anything. Give yourself a moment to visualize it, and through the breath, hold this color for a moment in your first chakra. Now take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, dissolve the sphere into a huge root that goes back down toward the center of Mother Earth, anchors into Mother Earth, and this time, this cord with that specific color, that's your grounding cord. Mother Earth knows that, your energy body knows that, and just hold and keep that cord, that root anchored to Mother Earth through the entire meditation. Ask that root to be anchored to Mother Earth throughout the rest of the meditation, which means you don't need to think about it. The energy is running. Ask the cord to keep you grounded, present, and real, despite the imagination. Now, imagine all around you like a tube of light, and you are inside. So you are inside a channel of light. And it's like you're surrounded in all four directions. It's all around you. You can feel the warm light. It's like a yellowish, whitish type of light. I think there is in my imagination, there is a little bit of gold. And it's like a huge tube that goes up toward the infinite, toward what we call the central sun, which is not necessarily our sun. It's just a point into the universe that is filled with light. About 10 feet above your head, inside the tube of light where you are, there is a figure that is like you, is actually exactly your copy, sitting like in a yogic position, and it's pure light. nothing else. You recognize it as you because you recognize yourself, and it's pure light. That's your higher self. Tell your higher self the following mentally. You don't need to say it aloud. I connect to my higher self. I love my higher self. I welcome my higher self guidance in my life. I connect to my higher self. I love my higher self. I welcome my higher self's guidance in my life. I connect to my higher self. I love my higher self. I allow my higher self's guidance in my life. Now ask your higher self to connect you to the closest and purest source of violet flame. You don't need to believe it. You don't need to be connected to Saint Germain to access the violet flame. You don't need to see it. You just need to ask something that is a higher power than your physical reality to connect to a very high frequency such as the violet flame. Ask again. I ask my higher self to connect to the purest and closest source of violet flame that there is. And then mentally say, I invoke the violet flame and I call in a ray of light coming from the source of the violet flame. And from wherever the source is, imagine that the violet flame sends directly a ray of violet light down along this tube of light that penetrates your body, pass through the higher self, then go down, penetrate your body, and fill your body fully with violet flame. Repeat mentally 3 times, I welcome the violet flame, I welcome the violet flame, I welcome the violet flame. And just allow the violet flame to descend, to fill up your body fully and completely in every single corner of your body. Your head, your hair, your fingers, your nails, your inner organs, every single part of your spines, nerves, ligaments, muscles, everything, bones. Bring it into everything that is physical in your reality as a human being. And as you breathe long and deep, and you fill yourself up with violet flame, you see this energy expanding beyond your physical body, beyond the tubular light where you are in. And as you breathe long and deep, remember that you are still anchored to earth. You see a beautiful sphere that is rotating in a counterclockwise energy all around your body, beneath your body, above your head. You are inside a sphere that like flames, vortex all around you, counterclockwise. This is how the violet flame cleans and clears. Keep going breathing, keep going calling in more violet flame, more violet light, with the awareness that you are clearing, you are transmuting, you are transforming. Now, bring your attention to your heart. You're still into this vortex of light, violet light, and you allow the energy to work. You don't have to do anything. Bring your attention to physically 2 points. One is in the center of your chest, where we locate the heart chakra. The other one is behind your spine, and it's the heart chakra behind your spine. And tell mentally yourself as you visualize it. From the center of my heart, I extend a ray of violet flame from my back into the past, into the infinite behind me. And you see this ray extending toward the infinite behind you, going far, far away. Mentally repeat. I ask the violet flame to clear all my past relationships, all the negative words that have been said and hurt others and myself, all the negative actions that have been done that have hurt myself and others, all the negative thoughts that have been thought that have hurt myself and others. I ask the violet flame to clear any past action that has been done in this reality, in parallel reality, in other dimensions, past lives, in different levels of consciousness, parallel life. I ask the violet flame to clear, transmute, transform any form of pain and chaos into love, light, and compassion. Allow the violet flame to do its work. Sometimes I needed to release energy, and I take a deep breath in and exhale. If you feel anything, and just allow your body to free itself. Now bring your attention to the center of your chest and mentally ask your violet flame to extend a ray of light from your chest, from your heart, into the future, toward the infinite. Ask the violet flame to clear every future relationships, any words, any thoughts, any actions that might cause pain to you and to others. Ask the violet flame to clear all of this in this reality, in parallel reality, in other dimension, in all dimensions, in all level of consciousness. This life and parallel lives. From the center of your chest, now send 2 rays of violet flame. One goes to your left and one goes to your right. And these rays of light just extend toward the infinite on the same line where your body stands. Ask the violet flame to heal, transmute, and clear all present source of pain and chaos. Ask the violet flame to clear anything that is causing pain here and now, through all times, through all space, through all lives and dimensions. Just allow it to work. Clear everything, even if something specific comes to mind that is affecting your reality right now. Just send this ray of light, violet light, and disintegrate everything. Transmute it into light. You can visualize it literally being disintegrated and transformed into light back again. Now from your heart, send a beautiful ray of violet light down to the earth. Ask the violet flame to connect to the earth, to receive support, strength, supplies, protection, guidance, prosperity, nourishment, love, anything that you can think of coming from Mother Earth. Ask the violet light to transform the connection so that you can receive all this blessing without any blockages. They just come to you as a blessing, as you honor Mother Earth. Mother Earth honors your life. Now from your heart again, send a ray of violet light up toward the universe, to what we call Father Sky, and ask the violet flame to heal your connection with the divine. Whatever is divine for you, even if you don't believe in divine, no, God is divine energy, higher force, can be even your higher self, your soul. Ask the violet flame to clear the connection with whatever you conceive as divine. If you don't see any divine, just clear the connection with your own self, or whatever you consider a higher power. And ask to receive without blockages abundance, healing, love, support, guidance, protection, and the ability to manifest and create. Now you are in this beautiful sphere of violet flame. You have 6 rays going in all directions, connecting to the infinite. You are inside this beautiful columnar light that now is completely violet. You're connected to the earth, you're connected to Father Sky, you're connected to your heart. And you can enjoy for a few moments this feeling. If you need to yawn, you do. If you need to cough or breathe a little bit heavier, you do it. If you need to move some part of the body, you do it. And now ask to the violet flame. This is important. Mentally repeat. I let the violet flame to work on me 24/7 until the light of love and peace is restored in this present life, in parallel life and past life, in all dimensions of existence, in all level of consciousness. Just breathe long and deep. And before we go, we needed to get the roots, the grounding roots, back to the first chakra. Otherwise, it's really too anchoring and we need to move. Take a deep breath in, go down to the center of Mother Earth, and ask Mother Earth to release your grounding root. And you will see the light slowly coming back up to your first chakra. As you take a deep breath in, exhale, dissolve the sphere of light that you have created at the level of the first chakra. You don't need to have the root anchored to be grounded. But if you keep your root anchored, it's like a boat anchored, so it cannot move. Take a deep breath in. And if you are on the floor, you can touch the floor with your hands. If you are on the chair, just put your hands on your thighs. And just to make sure that you can see, put my hands on my thighs as well. But if I'm on the floor, I put them on the floor. And then I take a deep breath in and exhale. Inhale, bring your hands in toward your navel, up as you continue to inhale. Over your head, caress your head. And exhale, run your hands down. The level of your kidney, kick the energy out. 2 more times. Inhale, navel, up, over your head, and exhale, down, and 1 more time. Inhale. Take a deep breath in, just twist your body side to side. Okay.